Well, I guess the DCSP is dead. I'm glad to hear that, Mr. Bennett. I'm glad that Joe Fells is not going to be having a blank check with the developers in the back room. You know, it's interesting how we all sit here and we parse words. It's amazing how we sit here and we actually think that these monstrosities belong in our city. The roads are a joke. They're a joke, okay? Our infrastructure is in ruin. These are the worst roads in Orange County, bar none. And I see these things popping up and the roads ain't getting fixed in front of them. As a matter of fact, all the damage from the construction has not even been remediated on some of these projects. The driving force behind all of this is the city's financial affairs that were set in motion by an establishment that Mr. Bennett tried desperately to protect in fighting the recall. And the reality is the generous giveaways with pensions and benefits to the public employees have put Fullerton so far behind the eight ball, it could run a billiard hall in the dark. So what we need to do right now is understand what is really going on. And this is a mad dash for the finish line to generate a bunch of revenue to plug holes that are getting bigger by the moment. And, of course, there's a little bit of Agenda 21 mixed in here with a SCAG operative on the Planning Commission and a couple other things taking place. And I keep getting interrupted by the chairperson every time I try to bring up a conflict of interest, which is well within the purview of this committee and my right as a citizen to address. What we need to do as residents and anybody listening to me is start showing up over here, and this place needs to be packed because they're going to pack the streets with a bunch of people and a bunch of cars that got no place to go. And there's not going to be any place to buy any food. There's not going to be any place to grow any food. There's not going to be any water to grow your food with. And quite frankly, it won't even be nice to go outside with all the traffic, with all the choking emissions from all the cars idling. I don't understand how anyone up here that passed the DCCSP 2 years ago even has the gall or audacity to show up for work after pulling that off. I read that thing from cover to cover, and I can't believe what almost went down in this town. I'm just at a loss for words. And I've already named all of you who have participated in the almost accomplished demise of our community. We don't need another tool. The thing's not broke. We don't need to fix it. We don't need to make it easier for these guys to come into town and have the builder man turn this place into a nightmare. But that's exactly what you folks have got in front of you tonight. And make no bones about it. This is all about greasing the skids for overdeveloping this place so it'll look like Brentwood or something, and it's never going to be. In my opinion, Fullerton is more like Beverly Hills, and it needs to stay that way. And everything that you've got on your plate in front of you is going against the very grain of why I moved here. Thank you.